What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We got combine promos. That means combine rerolls, which means a combine reroll odds video. We're going to be going through the cheapest training to get right now, and then kind of the odds for each overall, and then what I'm doing with each overall post reroll, trying to get as many coins back from the reroll. Also, I want to give a shout out to Grant. His Twitter is always in the description of all these reroll videos. He does the stats. He gets stats pretty much from a bunch of different YouTubers, throws them all in a spreadsheet, and well, I thank him a lot because he basically gives me a video every single time we get a new reroll. So let's hop right into it. Cheapest training, it was 95 overalls, and I do think it's going to be 95 overalls on Saturday when the new Ultimate Legends are put in the game, and that 95 overall Ultimate Legend bundle topper kind of just makes the 95 Ultimate Legends kind of crash in price down to back like 95k. So 95s are way up, so we have to pivot a little bit. 91 overall, especially Gridiron Guardian 2, 91 seem to be the cheapest training at about 26k. Ends up coming out to, I want to say, 3.5 training per. You could also look at like Ronnie Harrison Legends as well for 91 overalls, but you can see I even refresh and just buy this Brandon Scherf because it doesn't seem like a lot of people are actually on this filter, which is kind of nice. So 91 overall Gridiron Guardian 2s look to be the cheapest training. Hopefully the 95s become the cheapest training because I like buying at like in bulk. Instead of having to buy 491s, you just buy 195. It's a lot more convenient for just training purposes. Hopping in now to the reroll. So how much does it cost? 4.8k training at 3.6. Sorry, that was the number that training is at right now. 3.6 times 4.8k. It's going to equal out to about 17,300 coins per roll. Of course, it's not factoring in the card you actually get in the roll. Just costs 17.3k basically as a pack. All right, we're going to be hopping into the odds. I think this is a 100k training. I think when I rolled 200k training this morning. This is a little 100k batch, but hopping right into it, 86 overall, 34%, only quick selling for 1,030 training points. So you are losing what, 4 or 3,500 training for this roll, but 86 overall, 34% at the lowest overall you can pull in this roll. Next up, we got the 88 overalls at 29%, 2180 training points. So getting a little bit closer, you have to pull a 90 overall or better to technically make profit or break even from the training point standpoint. So you're going to see a 90 overall does quick sell for 5,000 training, which is more than the pack. Talking about 90 overalls, it's going to be coming in at 25%. So honestly, pretty solid considering the 88 to 90 drop off. It's only 4%. Even the 86 to 90 drop off is less than, I think, 10%, which is pretty solid. However, you are going to pull a majority of 86 and 88 overall, equaling like 60 something percent. So that's a little bit unfortunate. 92 overalls, quick selling for 10k training, 8.7%. So a massive drop off from 25 to 8.7%, going from 90 to 92. This is where you really, like, I would say, win when it comes to the reroll. It's a 92 overall or better. Moving on to the 94s, and I will say, I opened 200k training points, no like quick selling, and I pulled only 194. You're going to see at the end of this little pack opening, but 94 overall, quick selling for 19k training points, comes in at 3.1%. So really low odds for a card that isn't that much like more than the pack cost. And then the 98 overall LTD. Grant stats, he had over 250 rolls from various streamers and YouTubers, and not one person pulled an LTD, so it's less than 1%. It's probably like 0.5, 0.6, but it's not good. All right, here, and finally, we're finally going to get the 94 overall. You see the little special animation, but I'm going to tell you right away, I don't think these rolls are very good. One, the odds just don't seem to be there, right? The cost, the risk reward, I just don't think it's the best. I highly recommend, not highly recommend, I just am saying, I don't like these rerolls. I like GG2 rerolls just way more. I mean, the 97 overalls were 6%, and I know it's a pack that costs a lot more, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be the best. Now hopping into kind of what to do with each overall if you actually want to do the reroll, and you don't really want to just quick selling every single overall. So 86 overalls, I would suggest save these and just use them in this 87 overall Fantasy Ultimate Legend kind of set. When the new Ultimate Legends drop on Saturday, I throw these in the set, pick out the new Ultimate Legends, sell them on the auction house. If you want to lazy sell them, they currently go for like 6,000 coins, so really, like, you're going to be getting 5.4k back, so I would just suggest saving the 86s. There's going to be a lot more uses for 86s on Saturday morning. Now, what to do with the 88, 90, and 92s, because they're all the same, and this is why I don't really like this combine reroll, because, well, even numbers are just not good for sets, because if you notice when all sets pretty much it's like you need 87 88s or 90 91s or 92 93s. Well, you always kind of just want to use the lower overall, and we're using the higher overall for these sets. So you can do some team builder 2s right with the 88s and 90s and 92s. You can make a team builder 3 set However, it's more beneficiary to actually just lazy sell each overall. You can see 88 overalls are going to lazy sell at about 10,000 coins, getting 9k back for those. Moving now to the 90 overalls, they're going to lazy sell for about 22k, getting back about 20k. If you actually do the math, add up the 288 overalls for 9k, the 290 overalls for 20k, and then the, I think, 192 overall, it ends up equaling like 95k for a Team Builder 2 set, which is not that good because, well, the Team Builder 3 cards go for like 90k. So really, you're going to want to lazy sell all these cards. The 92s, of course, going for like 45, maybe 46k, lazy selling on the market. So I don't know, there's just nothing to do with these cards. Like with GD2 cards, you could use them for Team Builder 3 sets, you could use them for Team of the Year sets, you could use them for exchange sets. Well, these overall, since they're even, there's like nothing to do with them except lazy sell them on the market, which kind of sucks and will fill up your auction house very, very fast. However, with the 94 overalls, there's actually some different things you can do. So right away, if you go look up the 94s, they go for like 94, 95k filtered. Unfiltered, it looks like they sell for, I want to say 97, 98k, equaling about 90k back for 94 after tax if you're just to sell it on the market. I'm here to tell you though, you can use the 94 overalls and you are going to need 4 of them. So you hopefully maybe, I mean, dude, I opened 200k and only got 1, so I don't know how people are going to get 4 94 overalls from these rolls. But if you can and get enough 94s, I would say or suggest do one of the champion sets, which everyone goes for the most. Of course, Chris Johnson has a new power up in the game, so it goes for like 10 to 15k, I think. So maybe do Chris Johnson, but do whichever one is the most expensive in the game. Of course, 490s or 494s at 90k, it equals like 300 and something, like what, 360k for that. I don't know the exact, it's like 350, 360k if you were just sell all the 94s, and you could just get a 97 overall champion that goes for 330, and then of course you get 19k training back after 19k training after the set. I'm a little all over the place, but pretty much it's better to put the 4 94s into a set, sell off the champion, get the 19k training at a discounted rate rather than just lazy selling the 94 overalls. But if you only have 1 or 2, you're gonna have to just lazy sell the 94s on the block. But that is all for this little combine training reroll. Overall, I think it's one of the worst rerolls we have had in the game. I still think GG2 rerolls are pretty good just because you can do a lot more with the pieces rather than this combine reroll where you really, like, 86 overalls have use in the Ultimate Legend exchange set, and you can use 85s in like team builders and even really exchanges, but anything up like 88 to 92, there's just nothing to do with those cards. They are not really the cheapest training. They are not good in any sets. They're not good to they're just not good for anything. You're gonna have to lazy sell them. So that is all for the video. I will be streaming later tonight. I think this is the only video I'm gonna be dropping today. No Money Spent updated video will be out tomorrow, but my squad might have gameplay in that video actually. Comment if you have any questions, like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace.